Everyone, this is David. We have a quick hit here today, and I really need to stop calling these quick hits because there's so much that is happening. There's so much that is going on. Where do we begin? I wanted to jump on here. By the way, did you all love our chat from earlier today with Sarah Wayne Callis and Paul Adelstein? How many of you watched Prison Break? It was such a good show. Paul was also in Shondaland. Let's not forget Private Practice. And wait a second, maybe I should say something you all understand. Paul was in Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. Housewives, we talk about that. We talk about Watch What Happens. What did he see backstage? Because there's a lot going on. A lot of rumors about what happens backstage on Watch What Happens. So we talk about all of that. We talk about Kristen Doty, who he was on with. But we got some things. Let's talk about Oscars weekend here in LA. It was literally crazy. There was the DirecTV party. Everybody was there. Miss Alexis Bellino and John Janssen made their red carpet debut. There they were. Did I like what Alexis was wearing? It wasn't bad. I think Kyle and Dorit looked better hosting the Oscars after party than they did at the reunion. I thought Dorit looked much better, and I think Kyle looked considerably better. So everyone check out those looks. They were really good if you haven't seen them. Man, okay, so what do I think about this? Well, of course, they all stop and talk to the press, don't they? So basically, Shannon wasn't there. Vicki said on the carpet that Shannon, of course, Vicki was there. Vicki wasn't. Vicki said on the carpet that Shannon did not attend this, even though she was invited, because she had other things going on. And there's a close source which says that Shannon did not attend because she knew that John Janssen and Alexis were going to be there. By the way, not putting yourself in a situation where you're going to be triggered or have certain feelings, that's top tier self care. Remember how I say I want in my next lifetime to have a self help podcast or a life advice podcast, which I stand behind? Let me tell you something. When someone wrongs you, you don't get mad, you don't respond to them, you don't go tit for tat, you just stay silent and they vanish from your life. I've had some fallouts with people. I'm not mad. You're just dead to me. That's how you do it. And it's not even like you say it, you have to really mean it. You just if Shannon is avoiding this, that's top tier self care. Of course, the goal is to not care at all and to be able to go to these things. But if you're not there, Shannon, I say it's fine you didn't go. It's not like these other people winning. It's like you're actually taking care of yourself. So I have no problem with that. But Vicki says that's not why she wasn't there. Regardless, John Janssen and Shannon and Alexis made their red carpet debut. Do I believe this? Is this love? Is this long term? I don't know. Look, it's not the strangest thing. I mean, she's 47, he's 60, 13-year age difference. Nothing we don't see here in Hollywood, Beverly Hills every day. But they certainly seem to be well versed. I just think I'm more intrigued by Alexis in this whole thing. I mean, yeah, maybe he's a dirty John. Maybe he went after housewives. Maybe he's the Louis Relias of the West Coast. Maybe he went from Shannon to Alexis and he's more attracted to Alexis. Sure, yes to all of this. So for him, maybe this is it. He's got the most attractive housewife in his mind that he can find in the OC. Louis got his in New Jersey. But Alexis, like for someone who's just was living life, I mean, she has jumped right back into this thing like hook, line, and sinker, right? Because she wasn't going to these parties and all of this forever. She's back in it overnight, people. But look, maybe it doesn't, yeah. I think Teresa and Louis are going to last till the end of time. So, I'm not opposed to this. I want love for everyone. This might be the real deal for these two. I mean, he gets something out of it. She gets something out of it. But I think underneath all that, I think when you're in love with someone, do you really have to analyze why? Mutually beneficial. Who cares? If you're feeling it, go for it. They did say on the carpet that, Alexis is trying. She said, look, you'd have to ask Shannon how she feels. I don't want to comment for Shannon. I don't want to speak about Shannon. So she's trying, but she says, look, I'm focused on John. John came out and said at some point it has to stop being about Shannon. He's like, my focus is Alexis and I. I mean, of course, all this is making Shannon even more mad. When you're speaking like for the other person, like us and we, oh my God, that drives exes crazy. They both said they don't want to hurt Shannon, but like here we are and we're hanging out and it started as a friendship. And I mean, John then said, I can't picture my life without Alexis. And soon she's going to be graduating from a promise ring to a real ring. I mean, this is crazy. I'm starting to think these two are the real deal and they are going to last. I mean, love them, hate them, fame whores, anonymous, whatever you want to call it. This is going to work. Remember when Slade Smiley was with Joe De La Rosa? We've had Joe on this podcast twice. Have you listened to our two chats with Joe? We've had Alexis Bellino on this podcast twice. Have you listened to our chats with Alexis? I'll reissue all of them. Don't worry, kids. But remember when Slade went from Lori Peterson to Joe to Gretchen? Well, guess what? That's the love of his life. So, I think this could work. I think this could work. But they made their red carpet debut. Good for them. They're in love. A rumor is that Shannon, did you guys see this? Rumor is that Shannon was somewhere and she heard about it and she got so angered, which is contrary. If she's not going because she knew they were going to be there, that's contrary to like learning that they're on the red carpet making their debut. And she went crazy and she stormed out of where she was and she was eating a burger and she went to the mall and she had a drink at the mall. She's not in recovery. She just went through therapy because of her crash. So, Liam McSweeney's lawsuit says that they, used to encourage Sonia and say, used to laugh at Sonia behind her back and say, like, we had ratings, hay gold dirt with this messy Morgan. So, I'm sure that they're like, go have a drink, Shannon. They don't care, guys. They just want to make good TV. Come on. Rumor is, well, Vicki also, I mean, let's focus on Miss Gunvalson for a second. She apparently did some interviews while she was there and said, yeah, Tamra and I will get back as friends. We all know Vicki's return to the OC this season. She has had blowouts with Miss Rat, the rat that is known as Tam, the Tam rat. You guys know her. She's in the corner scurrying for a piece of cheese. I always thought she liked Munster, but that Tam rat, her favorite's Gouda. Hi, Miss Rat. Um, well, Vicki has come back and she's like, a big blowout with Tamra. She's talked about that. But apparently Vicki said on the carpet, we'll get back as friends. She told me she loves me through across the room from filming the other day. Are these people fucking crazy? Um I don't know what to say. Vicki's hurt because Tamara pulled out of her commitment with the Tres Amigas so she could look. I get it. I respect anyone who could pull out of anything. Yeah, if you're overwhelmed and you can't make all your commitments, listen, I have a hard time saying no to things when it comes to business. So, although I've just said no to, don't get mad at me. I just said no at the moment to a live tour. I have feelings about live touring. Everybody's on tour. It's the thing to do. How much money are you making a night? You know what I mean? Some people are probably making money. We all know who they are. And others are just, the ego is being fed, guys. We're being fed. The rat has her Gouda in the corner. Some people have a live tour. I said no to a live tour at the moment. At the moment, I'll do another. I've done them before, but I really don't want to say yes to anything this year. Business wise, that doesn't put a certain dollar in my pocket. Awful, right? I'm an awful person. I call it just working 24 hours a day and wanting like 1% of a life. So she said no. and Vicki's hurt. I see it. I see it actually. I see it both ways. I see it both ways. But she says they're going to be friends. Since when? Since when? Aren't you like in a big fight with her? So since when are you going to be friends? These people are all just. Speaking of which, RHOBH next season. I mean, we have Atlanta. I don't care if they recast Atlanta today. It's been a long fucking time. Apparently, it's why Candy Burris said, fuck off. Kept me waiting. I'm moving on. So there's that. We started right away with Salt Lake. Sure. The OC took a while. And New York, I don't care if New York, every time I say this, I am told from a very reliable source, New York is going to start filming next week. That's what you said 3 months ago. I don't buy it. I think we're getting close, but I don't buy it. Not yet. And even if New York started filming next week, the rumor is the whole cast is coming back. I hate to break it to everyone. I also don't know if anyone cares. Everyone says they're over the new New York. But even if they start filming tomorrow, it's a break. It's a break. And a break is a break. A break is a break. So I think I've said it before. I think they're slowing down the production of Housewives one after another to try to improve ratings, to try to get over fatigue. And I don't think that all the legal stuff against Andy is helping. I think that they are sorry that they put 90% of the network in one executive producer and they want to try to diversify with other shows. They've tried. They had the Matchmakers in Atlanta. They had Girlfriends in Paris. They had a bunch of people in a winter house. They tried. It's not working. It's not working, guys. We'll see. We will see. But rumor is, unlike all those franchises where we're stalling, don't be surprised if Potomac ends and we, shocker, take months off before we start filming again. Jizzy jizz. Have you saved your salary this year, girl? You got colleges to pay for. God, am I a fucking troll? I mean, can't I just be happy for these people? They're human beings. I got nothing against any of them. Anyway, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills apparently is starting to film ASAP, the exception to the rule. Woo! And Salt Lake was the exception to the rule. But that's because we had heated women that were upset over reality Von Teese. Did y'all listen to my chat with Dita Von Teese? I mean, hello. Of course, I brought up Monica Garcia. Who's interviewing Dita Von Teese these days and not bringing up Miss Garcia? Well, most people. Apparently, I'm the only one that brought it up. Now, everyone's posting about it. Listen to the interview with Dita. Hear what she had to say for herself. Instead of all these second-rate YouTube bloggers that are posting about it and not getting the facts correct. RHOBH is the exception to the rule. It is starting right away in April. We're in April. I don't know. I think we have a new Melissa Gorga of the West Coast. I got nothing against Bessie G. Hi, Melissa. I saw you post the other night that Joe was doing the dishes. Things are getting busy and exciting over there in Franklin Lakes. Look, you wanted to get back to Franklin Lakes. That's where the rich people of New Jersey live. You got it, girl. Hope you're enjoying that house. But we have a Melissa Gorga of the West Coast, and her name is Miss Richards, aka Kyle. Stop your lying. Just stop. I got nothing against Kyle. I love Kyle. I love her. She's great. I love Melissa Gorga. She gives us good TV, that Melissa Gorga. Telling Jennifer Aiden that she has a hard on for the husband. Aiden's telling us about a limp dick. We're learning all about different types of dicks from Aiden and Gorga. But Kyle Richards has just come out and said she doesn't know if she will be returning for season 14. It's a last minute decision every year for her. Stop your lying. Just stop. What are you going to do? I was out last night at Cipriani's in Beverly Hills. Anyone coming to Beverly Hills, everyone going each place. Someone just friends just came to, not friends, listeners, which are my friends, just came here. They asked me where they should go eat. I gave them recommendations. They ended up at Chiconi's in West Hollywood. They had a great time. Anyone that wants to go out to a nice little bite and a martini in Beverly Hills, put Cipriani's on your list. I've been in New York. We love the New York one. It just opened here in Beverly Hills. They invited me and my friend in last night. We said yes. It was great. Walking around the streets of Beverly Hills. What is Kyle going to do? She's not going to come back to the show. She's going to just vanish. She's just going to be in front of the paparazzi with Morgan. Stop your lying, Kyle Richards. Just stop it. Do not lie to my listeners like this. Don't do it. I told you before, stop. You're coming back to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You are number one on the call sheet. You are the highest paid housewife on the damn show. You are one of the longest running housewives after Teresia Giudice, who's still on the damn show. You're coming back. So just stop it. You say this every year. Every year. Like, at least Candy used to say, they all say I'm boring and they don't know if I'm going to be back and they want me fired, but I'll come back as long as they have me. Why don't you just say that? I mean, Teresa, she ain't no great shakes. I have tea about Teresa on Saturday on Patreon. I found out some things. She's in that villain's house and I found something out, but at least Teresa says I'm staying. Teresa isn't leaving a fucking penny. If there's a red penny under the fucking bed, she's going to get on all fours, ass up, and get the fucking penny. And I have nothing wrong with that, because if you think I'm waking up in the morning and working for free, no. So why can't Kyle just be like Teresa and say, as long as this thing is going on, I'm staying on it? That's the actual truth. Stop your lying, Kyle Richards. But she says she's not coming back. She's not sure. It's going to be a last minute decision. She's maybe coming back, maybe not. She'll see. Bull fuck. You're coming back. I think everyone's coming back. I even think the girl you hate, that Anna Marie, is coming back. Rumor is Kathy, after the reunion, might be returning as a friend of. False. She might be, but this isn't like a real thing at this point. Like, sure, she came to the reunion. Kathy Hilton does not need to be on a reality TV show to just make her entrance on the streets of Hollywood. Neither does Kyle at this point, but let's face it, it's Kyle's life. False. I don't know if Kathy's coming back. Don't believe everything you fucking read. We'll get back on that one, okay? Don't upset me. I am in a really weird mood today. God, if someone just leaves comments and says you are a fucking nasty troll, I don't know if you would be so wrong. Being so mean to everybody today. Erika Jayne. Now we have to go. So much for a fucking quick hit. Erika Jayne, she's having fun with Keith Hodges, the personal trainer. Guess what? Newsflash, guys. He's not loaded. It's not going to last. Okay? She wants a loaded guy. She's having fun. Nice, hot guy. Personal trainer. Leaving her apartment. Having sleepovers all the time. Luann says, hey, maybe Joe Bradley slept over, maybe he didn't. You guys want me to have my friend the Countess on the podcast again? I think she's the number one housewife that's been on as far as times. Luann has been texting, wanting to hang out in Sag Harbor. Girl, I love you. I'm in LA, girl. I'll be back at Sag Harbor. Not in March, girl. Erika's having fun. It's not going to last. He's not rich. And I'll leave you with this. I betted on Blonde. I was in Vegas. I saw the show. Let me tell you something. Bounce. Bounce. I love Erika's new song. Let's all bounce together. And I'm going to bounce out of here. Love you all. This was just a quick hit. Go listen to Sarah Wayne Callis and Paul Adelstein. And hey, listen to this episode again and again and again. I'm not going to argue with that. I love you all. It's a quick hit. I got to go. Bouncing out of here. Go listen to Bounce by Erika.